Static Shock is back from Milestone Comics. Static actually is probably the most successful of the Milestone books that Dwayne McDuffie is part of his legacy. It's kind of like Black Lightning meets Spider-Man, if you want to talk about the high concept. He's a teenager that gets these kind of electrostatic powers, you know. And in this particular series, he moves to New York. He was in this like fictitious town called Dakota City or something like that. But basically, yeah, he's this really cool character. And again, I hope that he succeeds. I mean, it's a really great storyline. He's one of the DC 52. And then there's Batman, the Batman of Africa. So this idea of Batman, you know who Batman is, right? Beats up people, he's rich. Anyway, Batman's awesome, actually. He's one of my favorite characters because he's crazy, so crazy. But he decides that he wants to actually like franchise he wants to franchise his crime fighting to the whole world. So he has this thing called Batman Incorporated, where he actually trains people to actually who only answer to him to like control the, you know, kind of like put his brand of justice on the whole planet. So this is Batwing, who is in Africa. So he's policing Africa. So Batman polices Gotham City, which is a city. Now Africa, Africa's big, man. So something's jumping off in like, you know, in West Africa, and then there's something jumping off in Madagascar, which is off the coast. And how is he going to deal with all that? He's going to have his own like little sub-franchises to deal with that. But he kind of talks about like how we view Africa, you know, how people are viewing Africa. You know? Like it's like this state. Interesting. Well, again, I hope it's successful. I mean, I love the art. Beautiful, you know. Anyway. Then, of course, Miles Morales. You guys know who this is? Miles Morales. This has been all over the... You have a biracial Spider-Man, right? Biracial Spider-Man. He's black and like Puerto Rican, I think. Okay, so the Ultimate Universe is an offshoot of the regular Marvel Comics, what do you call it, continuity, right? So basically, the same thing that DC Comics is doing with 52, Marvel was doing with the Ultimate line, where they actually reintroduced the characters. Very successful, you know, and actually the reboot that they're doing of the Amazing Spider-Man is actually kind of based off of that line. The Avengers movie is kind of based off of that line, where they actually used Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury in the storyline, who's like this secret agent, like commander guy, who's traditionally a white character, but they made him black, and then they have like, you know, Samuel Jackson playing in the movie. I was like, that's awesome.